Okay. Okay. Are you there, everybody? Are you there? Let me. Can you hear me? If you're there, do we have anybody listening? MC Scott, can you hear me? Can you see me? MC Scott, can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello. Hi, Kermit. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, sir. You can hear me. Okay. Yes, loud and clear. Okay, I had to restart the whole thing. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you. I thought I handled it very well. Low stress. Hello, Daz. Hello, Joe. Hello, everybody. I'm going to go on to Facebook, not Facebook, Twitter, and just say that I'm here. That this is where I am. Thank you very much for coming back. I mean, how many times can this happen? I don't know. The thing knocked off. I'm going to get a new. I'm going to get a new computer. I'm going to go over to. I bought a. I'm going to get a new computer. Maybe I can sell this thing. I can sell. I can sell this thing. I don't know how much this thing is worth. A Lenovo thing. Maybe I can get £20 for it. Maybe £50. Maybe 100. I don't know how much. I don't know how much. I don't know how much. But nothing but good news. Hold on. I don't know what is happening, but something is happening. Okay, there we go. That's this. That's this. Let's turn that off. Let's do a share. I'm going to go over to X just to let people know that we're on. That we're on. I think I don't know how many we have here that we're on. It might be unnecessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let me just do this thing. I don't know. Turn down by about 5%. Okay, how about that? Is that a bit loud? Lucy Van Pelt is here. Good to see you. She's waving. Is that waving or clapping? I can't tell what it is, but I'm going to go to X. And I'm going to just let everybody know we're here. We are here. Come on. We are here. Okay. And then we go back to, I'm going to just delete this. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to then I'm going to go to YouTube just to turn the YouTube thing on. 5x5. Thank you very much. I now know what that means. Cellaire taught me what that means. I mean, I didn't even get that upset, which is like a miracle. How it's a miracle. A wonder of wonders. Miracle of miracles. God took a Daniel. Once again, he stood by his side, and miracle of miracles. Da, 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 da. Okay, so there we go. There we go. The sound is off. We're going to go to the top and we're going to go on live chat so everybody's in and you're in. Okay, welcome. Welcome. Today 153 second show. It's the 11th of November 2025. I didn't even tell you how much I weighed this morning when I was up, but we have to weigh. We definitely have a date in London for us to go to see Lewis Schaffer perform for 10 or 20 minutes. I don't know. It's going to be more than, it's hard to get me off stage. And we're going to go see that, and we need to all be thin. So we've got 3 months to be thin. I woke up today. I was 77.5 kilograms. 77.5. I haven't eaten that much today. So because I haven't eaten that much today, tomorrow I'm going to be thinner, and that's where we all want to be. Thank you for your patience. Thank you, Kermit and Andrew. Thank you for Joodles and Lucy. Thank you for Gnome and Daz. Thank you for everybody. Let's build the number of people up again. I mean, how many times has this happened where we've basically had to restart the show? I haven't called for the producer. Did you notice that? I didn't call for the producer. I did it all by myself. All by myself. We got Joe is here. Scott is here. And we've got, oh, this says top chat. Let's just make sure we've got everybody I can see. See here, Cellair is here, which means faster. Gnome Hunter, Blackadder, he's here. And so we've got everybody. I saw a video today after the thing was over about what's going on with the BBC by this guy named Barrett. He's a lawyer. Once a week this thing happens. Yeah, it used to be every other day. Do you remember that? Darklands is here. It used to be every other day, and it's not been every other day. It's good. It's good. I changed my shirt. I'm wearing a jumper, as you would call it, a sweater, as I don't call it anymore. I call it a jumper. I call it a jumper. And it's made by Reese. I don't know where I got it from, but it's lovely. Warren Foster is here. Hello, Warren Foster. Good evening. Good evening to Warsaw. And he was saying about the BBC. He was saying, according to him, I think he's an English barrister, lawyer, or something, and he has to do with. He it seemed like he knows what he's talking about. He thinks basically the BBC is screwed, and they've just got to admit that they've done something wrong, and hope that because Donald Trump has warm feelings for the British people, you. Warren Foster says, Warsaw says hello. Have they turned your hearing down, Lewis? Is it too loud? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see me? I don't know if Six Badges is here. I don't see her name on the thing. I don't have a list of everybody who's watching. Is it a way to get a list of everybody who's watching? I'll tell you how many, we got 22 people watching right now, which is pretty much what we have. Anyway, heating. Have you turned the heating down? No, I haven't. I just wanted to look as good as I could, Joodles. I want to be as good looking as possible. Because my personality, Stephen Barrett, that's the guy. Very good, Kermit. Stephen Barrett. And he says, basically, the BBC should just say, hey, we're sorry. And hope, and because it said that Donald Trump has something, which I hadn't even thought of, which is he can basically go into the records of the BBC and find out all the stuff that they've been saying about him in much the same way that Nigel Farage had stuff said about him. Do you remember that? And if it gets put out, and I guarantee you, because the BBC are globalists, team world people, that they're going to be really bad to Donald Trump, and it's going to make Donald Trump. It's going to make the BBC look so bad. It could be the end of the BBC, not as we know it. It's not going to be the end of the BBC. They'll always serve, half of the population of this country love the BBC. It's been going on for decades, says Daz. They fake Panorama, saving Syria's children with fake chemical weapons attack. Yeah, I mean, why should you people, why should we be forced to pay for that stuff? Why should we be forced? But they are forcing us to pay. So he says, this guy, Stephen Barrett, he says, and I kind of like him. I don't like the way he looks. I mean, you don't have lawyers looking like that in America. They try to put on a nice suit and have a nice haircut, but whatever. He said that Donald Trump loves Britain, and he does. He loves his mother's Scottish. He doesn't have any animosity towards the place. He was brought up believing, as I was, the lies, as you were. You were brought up believing the lies until you woke up one day and you said, wait a second, our NHS is not that good. Or you woke up and you said to yourself, oh my God, I don't think the BBC is honest and truthful. We believe the lies. So he believed in them. And especially if you're in America, and especially if you're Donald Trump, and you wanna believe everybody's amazing because you got to sell houses to everybody. Did anyone see the docu where they put out calling a 14-year-old racist prosy, a racist calling a 14-year-old, how about some punctuation, a racist prosy because the Syrian man got off the R charge. The BBC knew he had further charges against him, and he was convicted of another kid R. I didn't know about that. Well, that's like the BBC. Because they want to, because why is the BBC the way it is? Because they represent the power structure in the country. They represent the globalists in the country. They're left wing. William Wallace is here. They're left wing. Okay? They're left wing. And left wing, globalists are always left. They're all left wing. They are all left wing. Anyway. So I didn't see that. Did any of you guys see that? What Judels just mentioned. I mean, the BBC has millions or thousands or hundreds of thousands of people working for it. I've worked for the BBC. I've gone on done stuff for the BBC. So there can always be bad things like that. But because it is so ingrained, and I'm not going to get upset anymore. It's so ingrained in the BBC. Because that's their team. Their team is we hate the Prozzies. I think that means Protestants. Is that what it means? Because they're globalists. Because it's like you see what Keir Starmer was saying today. Saying today that he's a nationalist. How can you be a nationalist when you're doing everything to destroy this country? Anyway, okay. Laugh out loud. Period. No room, period, said seller. 22 tonight. Thin blue mattress for Rishmik. I don't know what is that in reference to. Who is Rishmik? Keep the shipping forecast. A few channels. The rest redundant. No, don't even keep the shipping forecast. I mean, maybe you can. Maybe you can keep the shipping forecast, but maybe they should rent space. Oh. I thought you meant Protestant. Sorry, Judels. Prostitute. Says Judels. The judge said the 14-year-old had lured him in, and then she was besmirched. She was besmirched. Well, judges are not elected in this country. In America, they're elected. So you can get some bad ones. A lot of them are appointed. A lot of the bad ones are appointed. I have all messages on, but I'm still not getting some. You should be getting all the messages. I'm still not getting some. Whomever told me to Google it, Google what? Sorry. What can we find? That's Andrew Rubin. He's not getting all of his messages. Did you manage to watch One Man, One Jar? No, I wrote it down. I think, or is that 2 cups, 1 jar? I don't want to know about that. I don't want to know about that. I'm an innocent boy. I know I come across as a horrible human being. I think do I come across as a horror? I don't, maybe I don't. The BBC is valued at £5.9 billion. Unbelievable. The truth is, imagine if the BBC did not get any funding. How much would it be valued at? How much would the BBC be valued at if it didn't get any money coming in? It's unbelievable how much it is. All those people working there, and they're making tons of money. Rishmik been unlawfully arrested tonight. You won't know him. Who is Rishmik? Who is Rishmik? Can I check who Rishmik is? I'll go check here. If it starts fluctuating, please tell me. Please tell me. Rishmik, is that real? Is that who is Rishmika? She's an Indian actress. That's not the same. Is that the same one? Is that who you're thinking about? She's got 48 million followers. Oh my God. That's close. That's almost as many as I have. 48 million followers. I don't know. Tell me about who she is, who Rishmik is. Sounds like she was more than besmirched. What happened? What happened? Who are we talking about? I think that's how much the BBC gets annually. Yeah, well, you do the math. If you take, I think, 22 million times 180. Let me see how much that is. 180. I'm going to check this out. 22 million people times 180 is 4 million, is 4 billion, 4 billion pounds. 4 billion pounds. That's how much, I mean, they have 22 million people paying, but maybe look at all the people who aren't paying. Rishmik is Lane Audits. Very funny. Who is Lane Audits? No Darklands. That's Nyack. Rishmik is Lane Audits. Who is Lane Audits? I've sent you the story, Lewis. You can look later. Okay, I'll look later. I will look later. Thank you very much, Joodles, for sending me that. Oh, Joe. Can't read your name in red. Yeah, there's the problem. Can you see can you see the name? Can you see the name? Every time we have a show, and when I say we, I mean me, and every time I mess up the show for whatever I did, I knock the microphone down, and it affects my show. It plays with my head. It plays with my head. I wonder if Trump and Bill Gates are friends, though. Remember how much money Bill Gates has been paying people to be his friend. How he's paying, how much money he gave the BBC. How about that? Let's ask that question. Let's ask that question. Let's see what the question is. Did Bill Gates give British media money? How about that question? Yes, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has given money to British media outlets, including the BBC, The Guardian, The Daily Telegraph, The Financial Times, for specific projects. Does it say how much? How much? How much money? Bill Gates, I'm going to ask how much money. Did you know this? How much money has Bill Gates given? Let me just check this thing. I'm very well educated. Or whatever. I mean, I know a lot. He gave 12.9 million to The Guardian, 3 million to the Daily Telegraph, 3.6 million pounds to the BBC. To the BBC. This is horrible. This is horrible. 300 million, I think that's all together. He's giving out money all over the world. All over the world. Because people don't want to focus. Is he a bad person? Do you think Bill Gates is a bad person? I can't be sure if he is. I can't be sure. I'm pretty sure he isn't. I mean, he basically said, I don't believe in climate change anymore. Where did that come from? He's been scaring the hell out of everybody for like years now, and now he says there's no climate change. Don't be worried, he said. I heard him say that. I mean, I think I heard him say it. Yes, so by going up against the BBC, Trump will need to go up against Bill Gates. Bill Gates. Well, Trump has the Department of Justice. You know what I mean? Trump has, and maybe Bill Gates may not make it to old age because he's been diabetic and fat and bloated all those years, and he's been a vegan or whatever he's been dieting. They're talking about Warsaw. I think he's a terrible person. I am with you, Kermit. I think he is a terrible person. Terrible. Terrible. All those people who've been made sick from vaccines. That's him. Bill Gates made people sick from vaccines. Kermit. So I'm with you. Vatanai is here. BBC, your hopes have died. We now found you out, that you have lied. Left-wing guff is all we see. So sad, demented, BBC. What is that from? Did you make that up yourself? Because that's brilliant. That's really, really brilliant, Vatanai. I'm going to read that again because I liked it so much. The BBC, your hopes have died. We found you out, that you have lied. Left-wing guff is all we see. Oh, sad, demented, BBC. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Vatanai's a poet, Cellaire. Yes, he is. That's what Cellaire says. William Wallace. Think they all wear hooded robes. Is that what the evil people do? Bill Gates? Bill Gates, I mean, he only cares about money. But supposedly his dad did the guy from Starbucks a good turn, supposedly. I heard about that story. Anybody hear that story about Bill Gates? Is that kind of a Shakespeare thing, Warmellian? Hello, Warmellian. Where does all the salt in the earth come from? Google that as well. Yeah, where does it come from? That's a really good question. Where does it come from? Why is the salt in the sea almost uniform? Why is it? I know that's one of those Velikovsky questions. Do I have to Google that, Joe? Where does the salt come from? Why are we interested in this? Where does the salt in the sea, in the ocean come from? Rocks on land, which are weathered by, no, they don't give the real answer. Let's see if I tack on the word Velikovsky. If I tack that on, how about that? Velikovsky. Love that guy. Love that guy, Velikovsky. Proposed that the salt in the ocean originated from materials, specifically hydrocarbons and salt, left behind in the Earth's atmosphere during a close encounter with Venus. I was right about this, right? I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm right that Velikovsky has an opinion. This material later fell to Earth, contributing to the ocean's composition during a period of global catastrophe. Yes, because a lot of the planets are like loaded with water. They're loaded with water. God bless that guy. From Saturn, yeah. Earth in upheaval. Yeah. Joe, how do you know about that? I've just Googled that. That's amazing. Sandra Horn is here. She is new. You can F off, you. Okay, I'm gonna have to unfriend you. I wanted to talk to you. Who are you, Sandra Horn? I'm gonna give you one more chance. Why should I give you any chance? I'm just gonna unfriend you right now. This is the new Lewis Schaffer. I was so happy to have people coming in, and now I'm gonna have to block that woman, whoever, unless Kermit did it already. Did Kermit do that already? I don't see where it is. Okay, I just unfriended her. I'm sorry. If she had said something specific about me, whatever, I would have listened to it. But I don't need to. Lewis, that was Rube's homework to look up the expression. But all knowledge is good. Did Rube know this? I didn't see that. I missed that there. I stole it from John Betjeman. He wrote a verse about the abandoned wharf in Highbridge in Somerset. Abandon. I hate abandon. Let's not abandon anything. Bill Gates, says Darkland, is the one who wants us all to be eating lab-grown meat. Who knows what is in that? Well, it's not real meat. It's not lab-grown meat. It's horrible. It's horrible. What just happened? I was distracted. Somebody said something bad, and I immediately blocked them. I immediately blocked them. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have just. We should have just spoken to her and find out what her story was. If she had a, or maybe it was a him. If she had a little bit of a sense of humor, it would have been all right. That's unlikely to have been a woman, Lewis. They're not normally that vicious, or that quick. Yes, okay, you're right, but yes, it was a man. High Bridge Wharf, your hopes have died. They float like driftwood down the tide, out into the open sea, sad, forgotten, and S&D. From a film about the Somerset and Dorset Railway. Oh my God! Well, those days were so sad when the beaching cuts, all that stuff was really quite sad. Was really quite sad. Okay, it wasn't a woman, but I unfriended. I don't know. I didn't unfriend her because it was a woman. I just unfriended her because she had said something immediately nasty. People used to come from far and wide to Warsaw Market back in the day. It's gone down the nick like a lot of towns. Yeah. Yeah, but my son loves what King Charles has done. He says King Charles building that town, that whatever that. Why do you have to build a town that looks like an old town when we got a million old towns in the country? Oh, bloody hell, says Joodles. I take it back then. What have you done to Sandra? Who is Sandra? Was it a woman? Is it you saying I should support her because she's a woman? Is that a joke? I think that's a joke. I enjoyed Sandra's point of view. Who is Sandra, Keith Bexley? Tell me who she is, and I'll unblock her. Was it the dating app woman you told Jonathan you took out to the park? No. I forgot her number. I mean, it was a bit sad. It was a bit sad. She probably thought, oh, this guy's, I don't know what she thought about me. I was in a bad mood. This was during the COVID times. I think this was 2021. They were very depressing times. You think I'm depressed now? I was really properly depressed. How did Lewis friend her in the first if she had said, F you? This is an art start and end to a relationship. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't. Oh, I mean, like her name was Sandra? I don't remember what her name was. She was a doctor. She said she was a doctor. She was a lovely, lovely lady. I would go out with her now. At the time, I wouldn't. I mean, I just broke it. My girl, it was bad times. It was bad times. Famous for the saddle making and leather works. Warsaw, yes. I want to know what Sandra said. My tablet conked out. She said, F you, Lewis, something like that. Just F you, Lewis. You had a date and you were in a bad mood. Crikey, Lewis. But fair play, I guess you can't pretend. And that's a lovely thing. Thank you, Joodles. I have a hard time pretending. I mean, it was kind of a bleak day in November or something. We're walking in the park or something. I don't know. I don't even remember what it was. That's what she said. She said, F off you, W, Lucy. That's what she said. She's quite volatile. Volatile women are very good in bed. I'd give her another chance, probably. Well, this is not a Lewis Schaffer dating site. That's exactly it is. Anyway, so Vatnoy says Charles built Poundbury near Dorchester. It's ugly and looks like a film set. It has a strange atmosphere of fakery. I could believe that. I could believe it has a strange thing. But my son thinks they should tear down all the new buildings and build these fake towns. Fake towns. And I said, we got enough old towns that just need a bit of love on them. Don't tear anything down. It should be against the law to tear down any buildings. That's what I think. Yeah. This isn't the Lewis Schaffer dating site. Have you told Lewis Schaffer that? Well, let's be honest. Who's going to go out with me unless they know that I'm an internationally famous TV celebrity? recently seen on GB News. Who would go out with me? Let's say I put my picture in there. Who would go out with me? Yes, Andrew. But there's not much of that going on these days. There is a leather museum in town that is going to be relocated. I hope they don't tear down anything. Let's all promise be against tearing down stuff. The Germans are going to come, they're going to tear down stuff. The other peoples that hate us who are invading this country, they're going to tear it down and build a mosque, whatever they're going to do. The leather museum, yes, is there. But no, I wanted to know, is that like saying a sex shop? It's a leather museum. And Scott laughs at that. Yeah. Well, there are blind nuns, Lewis. Yeah, there are blind nuns. Are there any more? Are there any nuns anymore? How many nuns are there? I don't think there are nuns. There used to be tons and tons of nuns. I'm against nunhood. I'm against that. I'm against priests not being allowed to have children. That's one of the problems. Is we need anyway. My mom and my dad, says Kermit, went to New York on the Queen Mary too, and said it was like a film set. They got on the train and said it all looked like a dump in between the towns. Where, in this country or in New York? Went to New York. Where was it a dump? Kermit, please explain. Just out of the blue. Well, she just said that. Is that what you're saying? What are you saying? Where is the place look like a film set? In New York State, or in this country? Um, we need according to Ruben, we need our local heritage needs to remain. I'm with you. This is what I believe. There are only about 1,400 Catholic nuns left in the UK, and they're probably all old. They're probably all old. I mean, I'm against the idea of nunhood, but if you believe it, it's not the right thing to do to tell a woman, you're going to be a nun. In New York, where was she taking the train from? Where was she taking the train from in New York? There's lots of dumpy towns. Same thing. I mean, that's the thing about America, too. The dumpiness in America is like because they tear down stuff. The Bronx. Maybe she took a train through the Bronx, and there was all the old buildings that they set on fire. All the monasteries were shut in the Reformation. Ever since, there hasn't been a real nunnery in the UK. Except in my house, except by my ex-wife. Whatever. By my wife. The rest are in the Sound of Music. You remember that? What do I think about this? What do I think about Stormer suspending intelligence sharing with the USA? What other power does he have? You don't mess with Donald Trump. You don't mess with him. If he wants to do something and get angry at Britain, who's going to suffer? Is Britain going to suffer or America? Britain is going to suffer. The amount of trade that America does is so much larger than whatever, vice versa. That's what I think, Salaire. Isn't that what you think? What do you call a nun in a wheelchair? A virgin mobile. Yeah, I think, good joke. We heard that before, but good joke. Oh my God, Darklands. There's a documentary on YouTube about nuns and their global R by priests and how they're sold by mother superiors. One convent of 50 nuns in Africa, 38 of them had to have the A word, killing, the deletion of the baby. That's horrific. And the priests want them because they won't have AIDS. Well, first of all, nobody has AIDS. I don't believe in AIDS and I don't believe in HIV, but you're not going to catch AIDS that way. But maybe that's why they want them. But this is what happens. It's like all those people who sent their kids to Catholic school to be raped not to be awed by the priests. Who's to blame? The parents for sending the kids to school there, knowing that this would happen, because it happened to them too. We don't have any intelligence to share. We don't know anything. We have zero intelligence. Well, we might have some. We might have some intelligence, Daz. That's Daz saying this. But he's trying to macho it out against the United States. He's this small. He's a tiny little man. He's just like getting orders from Tony Blair, who's getting orders from somebody else. Anyway, AIDS exists, Warmelian says, but HIV doesn't cause it. First of all, I don't believe in HIV. I believe that people can get sick, their bodies can break down, but I don't believe it's caused by one germ. I think it's just you're run down. That's what I believe. It's schmutz. What does Lucy say? It's what Lindy Man calls the third thing, when you try to restore something from the past, but you can't really recreate it. It's an imitation. You've created a third thing. What is that about? That's very interesting. When you try to say there, well, we'll make a town that looks like an old town, it's going to be missing something because it's not organic. Is that what you're saying, Lucy? Lucy, I know you think about AIDS, Lewis, but most of the world thinks otherwise. Well, screw the rest of the world. Screw the rest of the world. I care about what I think, and I'm not brave. I'm stupid. I should keep my mouth shut. But I think they're wrong about AIDS. I think people get sick. They get carpy sarcoma. They get all sorts of boils and horrible stuff. They get all sorts of cancers and stuff. But that doesn't mean their bodies breaking down because of the schmutz. Alma, check your batteries. Alma, check your batteries. Kermit, this is a joke. Alma the nun had hearing aids. Alma, check your batteries. I don't know what that's from. Lewis, don't. I'll ignore that today. I know, because you lost 10 friends. You lost 10 friends. It's like those people who lost friends because of COVID. They lost friends because of COVID. No, they were poisoned by their doctors. They were killed by having a COVID, a breathing thing put in them, basically. Yeah, that's what I believe. I'm sorry, Joe. I won't go there. What STDs do deep sea divers get? Mermaids. Okay, that's a good joke. Look at the Discord I posted earlier on Ghanaian pastors. I believe in vaccine acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Vaccine, yeah, that you can get sick because you've had a vaccine. Possibly you can get sick from that because you've had schmutz. You've had multiple schmutzes in your body. It's like those people who had blood transfusions and then died from that. Why did they die from that? Yes, I remember AIDS candy. It was put out of business. Yes, I do. I believe if you inject stuff, it's like VAIDS, vaccine. Yeah, it could be. You can get sick from having. It's not any one thing, maybe in the vaccine, but it could be lots of stuff in there, and it makes you sick and die. Are we going to discuss this? Are we going to move on? Maybe I should just move on because we've heard my opinion. Lewis, it looks the same, but people are different cultures, different times. What looks the same? Could you explain? I missed what you were talking about beforehand, Lucy. 6 badges threatened to unsub if nobody joined him in chat. So I joined him. We were joined by Blackadder and MC Scotty. A very nice chat. Okay. Well, you can't do that. You can't blackmail people. I appreciate him being here, but we got to be interesting on our own here, or I have to be, or you have to be. Darklands. I read somewhere that not one person died of COVID at home. Sounds a bit suspicious to me, if true. Well, no, of course they didn't die at home. They were slightly coughing. We got to get into the hospital. They had a thing rammed down their throat. They were given drugs to stop them from moving around. And then it's like the same thing with all those people who were given AZT and interferon and all those pointless drugs. I'm against it. I am against it. Darklands, I'm against it. MC from where? Daz says. We don't own Android or Mac or Windows. We have no tech to backdoor into. I don't know what that's all about. You didn't miss it, Lewis. You read it out, but I don't know what that meant. I know you don't want to explain it to me because you think I'm an idiot, but what did it mean? It's what Lindy Man calls a third thing. What is a third thing? What is the third thing you're talking about? How about that? Okay. My friend helped at the Anglican nunnery in Wantage. How do you pronounce that? They had a gray daily use underwear. They had gray daily use underwear. When the priest came to do mass, they wore their best white knickers. Yes, some of the Anglicans call it mass. Mass. We need to concern ourselves with the whys or the wherefores. You just got to know. We are a top-tier intelligent gathering concern. Britain. I mean, if Britain doesn't want to trade information with us, then they don't want to be defended by us. Then they don't, then maybe they'll be our enemy. I'll tell you one thing about America. We've been you don't want America to be your enemy. You don't want to be America to be your friend either. You got to, there's a certain way you got to be nice to America. Am I right? I remember in 1985, says Russ, there was an infamous AIDS TV commercial and it frightened a lot of people. Unfortunately, a lot of rumors went around on all the various ways people could catch it, like public toilets. Exactly. They lied. They lied. They are liars. They're all liars, these people. And this is what's happened to me. Show me the person who you believe is the most honest person, and I'll tell you that they're a liar. Even I'm a liar. I'm a liar when I say I'm not interested in you women. I'm totally am, and you know that I am. The UK is one of those countries that has plenty of spyware, and I don't know just how much they use it abroad. They definitely do use it in domestic affairs, and maybe we could use it. And you have James Bond. What about James Bond? He's an asset to this country. He's there. He's there. If we're nice to Lewis, will you put in a good word for us in America? Yeah, I will. I have. I will. I have. I will. I have. I'm putting a good word for you now. I care about you right now, don't I? I mean, not completely, but I do. There we go. I'll agree to disagree. I believe it when I see it, MC. Daz says. That's the point. The point is, I'm obsessed with AIDS. At least I was obsessed. If you think I'm obsessed now with the situation we're in now, no. Hold on a second. I'm afraid my chair is gonna fall apart. Has he ruined James Bond? I haven't seen any of those films since. I'm old school. I saw the first three. I maybe saw little bits and pieces of the other one. I liked him after he stopped being James Bond. What's the guy's name? Roger Moore. And I've been told that Daniel Craig is like really good looking by a gay friend of mine. I'm not saying I think he's really good looking. Lewis. Joe says, I think you're pretty honest. You seem to wear your heart on your sleeve. I try to because I'm lazy, because I don't like to lie. I grew up with lies. I grew up in a household of secrets and lies. And I practice some secrets and lies. I practice secrets and lies right now. But I don't think we should. I think we should tell the truth. We should tell the truth. Just say it how you see it. You could be wrong. You can say I could be wrong, but I don't think that AIDS is caused by HIV, and I don't think there is such a thing as a virus, period, for anything. That's what I say. Lewis, when are you back on TV again? Berlin Recoil. Thank you for joining us, Berlin. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever be back on TV. I think this thing is making me crazy. This show, this is 153 shows plus 29, which is, we're up to 192 shows. And I've spoken freely, and I think I'm unlikable. I'm unlikable. But I appreciate you people liking this thing. I don't know how many. Let's check how many people are watching this right now. It says 32 people here. Let me see. 32 people. So that's, I don't know, but thank you. Where are you from? Berlin Recoil. Where are you from? And where are you going? That's the thing. I don't care about really where you're from. I care about where we're going. Where we're going. Come to my house. Lewis. Lewis used to wear his heart in his Wranglers. Is that a saying? I used to wear my heart. The next Bond film, Bond, will be a black woman who foils a right-wing plot to prevent immigrants coming to the UK. You know what? I was going to say, is that a joke? Could be true. It could be true. But I'm going to tell you something. It's not going to help. No one's going to go see it. And maybe no one's going to go see it. No one's going to go see it. Lewis is on my TV now. If he were on mainstream now, he wouldn't be on my TV. Yeah, so maybe you're getting too much of me. Before I was on a couple of days a week, 3 days a week, whatever. Now I'm on every night, twice a day. Maybe it's too nice. Maybe I'm boring, possibly. I'm boring. Vatten, I mentioned Poundberry, says Lucy. That's what I was thinking of, an example of the third thing. Yeah, so he thinks, let's just recreate it, but, and it isn't the same thing. It's a fake thing. When I haven't been in I was in DC recently, but they made like what we would call in New York townhouses or brownstones. Here you'd call them terraced houses. And they made terraced houses in Washington, D.C. And they did not look good. There was something missing about it. The next Bond will be a trans in a wheelchair, says Russ. Could be. Haha, Lewis, there's never a dull moment watching your material. Well, I hope so. It's never a dull moment because I realize this is all I got. I got these crazy thoughts in my head. And we should all, you guys, I don't know whether you should be this way. I'm not even sure you should be. DMC Scott. We should all let the fear. We live in a time of fear. And I am very afraid. You can DM each other on Discord. I didn't know that. Okay, yes, you can. Yeah, using any other language on here is disrespectful to the host and the follower. Using any other language on here, yeah, it is disrespectful. But if you want to say one thing, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. But that's interesting, Andrew Rubin. So go to Discord. Are you all on Discord? I want to find out what's his name go? Where did Berlin Recoil go? Who are you, Berlin? Where are you from? Are you fat? They already made Q a gay, played by Pingo from Nathan Barley. I don't know what that's all about, Kermit, but that's interesting. I don't know. D'accord, Joe says. She's speaking French. Q was that fella from A Very English Scandal. I saw that program. That's one of my favorite films ever. Wishaw. Can't remember his first name. Was he the guy who played the young guy? It was really brilliant. Juliet Folktales. Yeah, Juliet was on for a while, and then she's not on. They'll all come back. Let's hope they all come back. We'll have a prayer. Do you want to have a prayer later? What should we pray for? Let's have a prayer. Let's have a prayer. Let's have a prayer. I know who you mean, Kermit. But that very English Scandal was a really great show. And that's the thing about the BBC. They've made some really good shows. Did anyone see Sean Locke's Bond theme on 8 out of 10 Cats? It was so funny, Judel says. And Lucy Van Pelt says, Ben, Bond on a boat, Bond on a bike. I mean, those early programs were like just so, maybe because I was young, but they were so amazing. Even later on, I mean, how many times have I seen Goldfinger? What an incredible show. Remember the tiny little thing that he stuck in his shoe. You know, the phones, the guns, they were all incredible. The other one, Nathan Barely, was written by Chris Morris, wasn't it? Darklands Ask Kermit. Let's pray for Rishmik. Who is Rishmik? I need to know who it is. I'm going forward into the unknown like us all. Be afraid of what you think you know, never of what you don't know. I'll be back. I'll be back. Berlin. But before you go, make sure, can you like the thing? Can you subscribe so we can send you a message? Can you do the bell? Press the bell. Press the bell. Shocking. Positively shocking. Yes, Morris and Charlie Brooker. Those were good times. Those years. When were those years? In the 2010, maybe. Before the economy collapsed. Before I almost went into bankruptcy. Just bad times. Bad times. Bad times. And I'm in bad times now. I'm in bad times. I don't know. I thought I could get 50 million followers. I've only gotten 7.2 million followers. That's not enough because not all 7.2 watch the show. Only like 20 or 30% watch it. Most people don't watch it, Lucy. I don't think I ever watched the Bond film the whole way through. Live and Let Die, maybe. Yeah. Da-da-dun, da-da-dun, da-dun, da-da-dun. Great song. Keshi Kariki. Do you do joy? Who are you from, Keshin Kariki? Kesh and Kariki. Who are you? Where are you from? Tell me where you're from. Are you fat? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in to the Lewis Schaffer, whatever show. What are we calling this? This is the night stream. Joy is not bad. Is it Joy or Joel? How does a modern day Bond prefer his women? Shaven, not furred. That's funny. That's also funny. Thank you, Russ. Thank you. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he's old school like Lewis Schaffer. More flexible. I'm more flexible. As I've gotten older, I'm way more flexible. I mean, not that flexible. I used to not be able to move my arm. Remember Jonathan? Yeah. What about Jonathan? John Atten. It's with a laughter. What is John Atten? John Atten. Remember John Atten. Jane Seymour's debut. Great film. Yeah, it's a funny joke. It's a funny joke. From a place where we enjoy a good joy. Okay. In other words, we're watching you, Keshi, to make sure you're well behaved. I think he was a self-facilitating media nerd. Who are we talking about? Who? Jonathan? My Jonathan? Was he a self? Or was somebody else? Or was somebody else that? I'm not happy, FM Ghost, and I am blocking you. And I don't even know why I'm blocking you, but I'm putting you in a timeout. Sorry, FM Ghost. We're not, we got to be nice to Lewis. Let's be nice to everybody, but especially, no, be nice to everybody. Big kisses, no. I missed it there. That his name, Lewis. Jonathan, yeah. In Nathan Barley. Yeah, is that what that is? Is that what that is? Okay, well, I did block him. I did block him. I'm sorry I blocked him. I did block him. You have to block him. You know, I did block him. I'm going to have a drink of water. Can I have a drink of water? Hey, everybody. Can we like this thing? Let's take a break as an advertising break. Can we maybe throw the stream a couple of bones? Well, first of all, tell us where you're from, who are you, and if you don't, I'm going to block you. Where are you from? Who are you? What makes this stream so nice is that everybody knows each other. I gotta go. Good night. Well, good night, Warren. We'll see you soon. Give my regards to Warsaw. Lewis Schaffer and Warsaw have a background. Nice to see you, Warren, says Joodles. It's morning somewhere, Lewis. Glug, glug, glug. I try not to drink that much water. I used to drink a lot of water, and I drink much less water now. It's what Ghost meant, so feel free to explain, Keshi, and Creaky. Daz says bye, Warren. Hey, don't say goodbye anymore, because that's what happens when you say goodbye. Next thing you know, for the next 5 minutes, we're just saying goodbye to people. Many years ago, I met Billy Duffy. Who is this person? I'm going to Google him right now. I mean, it doesn't bother me as much as it did before. But it could bother me. It's not a word. Maybe it's Keisha Kirk? No. Keisha Kirk? Who are you? Does it matter? Maybe I shouldn't even ask. Maybe I shouldn't even ask. I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask. Tell me who you are. Is some type of Pokemon character. That's not listed as a Pokemon character, Seller. I just Googled it. It's not there. It's not there. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna block you right now, and then when you come back, you're gonna be on your best behavior. You're gonna tell us who you are, where you're from. You're gonna be like a normal person. Am I right? Isn't that what I should do? This is what I should do. He's being funny, and I don't want you to be funny. I don't want you to be funny. We got so many people are. You're not even being funny. What is it, sarky? You're being sarky. You're being sarky. There's a lot of cocks on GB News. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. So, good for him. Remember, I am a very weird person. I'm justifying why I'm not on GB News and why Paul Cox is. Paul is a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's an English guy. He's a working class or maybe middle class. I don't know whether he's a working class guy. But this is what GB News. It's a GB News program. It's not let's let a very weird American New York Jewish performer, on the show. Okay? That's what it is. So we're here. There will be a time when I'm back on the TV when they say, we want Lewis Schaffer on the TV. We want him on. Maybe there'll never be a time like that. We have to live with it. But thank you for noting that, Lucy. You know, that, there's a million reasons. It's like the old saying, because the train was late from Buffalo today. Well, what does that have to do with you're not buying 1,000 widgets? Well, when you don't want to do something, one excuse is as good as another, basically. Howard is a good guy. Who is Howard? Who is Howard? Howard is a good guy. Howard is a good guy. Who is Howard, Selaire? I don't know who Howard is. So let's just go over the list of things, which is one, make sure we're on Discord. You can actually send people private messages and they'll answer you if they want to speak to you. Or maybe they'll answer you anyway. Send private messages on Discord to each other. Fall in love. It would make me happy, number one. Number two, go to Twitter. Go to the, oh, it's not here. Go to at Lewis Schaffer on Twitter. So you take the name and you go to at Lewis Schaffer and you sign up. Howard Cox. Lucy saying he's always on GB News. It's not Howard Cox. But thank you very much, Selaire. Okay, so go to Twitter and sign up for Twitter. So if I send a message, you can go, okay, Lewis is not going to be on tonight. He's tired. He's taking a break. He's fallen in love with somebody. Who knows what the story will be? But at least, and you'll be able to keep in touch with everybody. If you're mad at me, you can write something that's mad at me. Please don't do that. Or you can communicate with people. Howard Cox is a British academic and professor of international business history at the University of Worcester. Okay, Howard Cox. The dentist called today to make sure I'm turning up tomorrow. I thought it was just a consultation, but it seems they're planning on taking my sideways on wisdom tooth out tomorrow. And I'm terrified, as you should be terrified. The way we improve our teeth is by eating food that needs chewing, which is red meat. Red raw meat. I had my wisdom teeth taken out. It's unnecessary. And now because I have, that's why these things are popping up. Because the back teeth, which was holding it in, is not holding it in. Lewis, I messaged you on Discord and nothing. Broken-hearted. Did you really? I don't, you know what? I'm a hypocrite because I don't even look at Discord as much as I should. Let me make sure. Discord. I did read it. Discord, Joe, messages. I'm going to put a star there. Messages. You could send me a message via Twitter. I look at your messages at Twitter and I reply to them. I mean, the only problem is my wife will get upset. Tulipa, hello, what's Lou talking about? What are we talking about? What we always talk about. There's no such thing as AIDS. We're talking about, I don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about this show. I don't know. What is it, Tulipa? Talipa. Is that, are we pronouncing your name right? Is the way you want it to be pronounced? He is too big of a celebrity to bother with us. Also, the new name suits you. Yes, it's a good name. Thank you, boys, and appreciate your words. Much more than you should be terrified. I mean, are you going to the dentist? Because I had to have my tooth pulled, and I had to go to the hospital to do it. My dentist wouldn't do it. I'm sure it will be all right. Hopefully, it won't be a bad word with pain. Joodles, Gnome Hunter says. Joodles, I took my last 8 teeth out with pliers and a tube of Oragel. Get extra strong. No, should never take your teeth out, number one. And number two, we should be on a low-carb diet and eat red meat, and our teeth will be amazing. Amazing. Not that I'm on a low-carb diet. I'm at 100. I'm not doing that well. Oh, thanks. Upping your game, no. Marianne is here. Hello, Marianne. Joodles 22. I will say a prayer. I think let's say a prayer for Joodles. Dear Lord, dear Lord, our gracious and loving and all-powerful Lord, the Lord that sees all, that knows all. Our friend Joodles is going to the dentist tomorrow to have wisdom teeth removed. We are worried for her, but we know, we hope, we pray that through your guidance, through your oversight, through you being you, God, dear God, that you will make sure that, and not that you make sure, you're not watching anything, but that you will make sure that Joodles comes out with stronger, healthier teeth. Amen. Make sure there's a chaperone. Take a chaperone with you, I guess. Praying to the tooth fairy. No, we're praying to the Lord. As this country should be praying to the Lord, and we should be believing in the Lord. One of the worst things that's happened is we lost our faith in God, or God, in gods. That we maybe more than one God. That's been a thing. So pray to Saint Apollonia, Lucy says. He is the patron saint of tooth extraction. Saint Apollonia. Lewis, I hope you were telling the tooth, nothing but the tooth. Okay? Says Russ, that's funny. Has Lou turned Catholic or something? No, but I have turned. I think we need to return to our Christian, not mine, your Christian values. This country needs to return to our Christian values. We need to find the similarity between the Catholics and the Protestants, the Episcopalians, the Jesuits, whatever. We need to be more Christian. So that's what I'm saying, Tulipa. Must be MAGA. Well, this used to be a Christian country, and our enemies believe in their God. Okay, and it gives them strength. And maybe the return to believing in our God will give us strength. We need to have strength because the world now is needs strength. Needs strength. Who's coming in? We need strength. You, Lewis, you will be joining the women's liberation movement next. How are you? Are you okay?
So good.
How is your friend doing?
So good.
Okay. You want to come sit and join us for 2 minutes?
I need to go to bed.
He needs to go to bed. You have to go to, are you working tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good news. This one here is so hard working now. You remember that? I'm really impressed. You know that I'm impressed.
You don't need to do it for the cameras.
No, I'm not. I would tell you that I'm doing it because I'm talking to people here. But I'm impressed with you. Okay, thank you very much. The Chinese dentist told me to come in 2:30. In 2:30, says Vatnai. That's a good joke. All right, so this has been our show. Let's say goodbye to everybody. I mean, I think we've done a very good job today. I think it was with a rough start. A rough start. I mean, maybe we should do an extra 10 minutes Should we do an extra 10 minutes because we started 10 minutes late? I think ending at 12 is enough. I want to thank Tulipa for coming in. I do appreciate you here. Darklands for coming in. Vatanai, Andrew Rubin, Russ, 1974 is Russ. Joodles, of course. Good luck tomorrow, Joodles. Daz, Kermit. Before we go, would you please, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm not asking for this properly. Can you please make sure you press the like button? That's the thumbs up, the thumbs up button. Press the thumbs up. I think that's important. And also, if you haven't, subscribed, we've got some new subscribers. Peter Halton and Donna, and then Mike S. 2 hours ago, a new guy, Mike S. subscribed. Can you also maybe Patreon or PayPal.me at Lewis Schaffer? Also, as I said before, the Discord thing. It's important. It's important. So thank you, Lucy, for being here. Thank you, Andrew Rubin, Berlin Recoil. I don't know who that was, but we'll find out more about that person. Gnome Hunter coming back after being away. Warmelian talking about the schmutz. Never accept schmutz. Don't let them inject any schmutz into you. Try to stay away from the schmutz. You can kiss somebody, but don't kiss millions of people. Joe, God bless you. Selaire, God bless you. God bless all these people. Keith, Vatanai, thank you. Andrew Rubin, appreciate it. William Wallace, I don't know if you're here anymore, but thank you very much. Remember, everybody, if you have to go, don't say goodbye. You don't need to say goodbye. You don't need to say goodbye. Just come back. Say hello. Everybody say hello. You say goodbye, and I said hello. I remember that song. It had made a lasting impression on me when I heard it. I think I was 10 years old. MC Scott, fantastic. Warmelian. Daz, have I forgotten anybody? If I've forgotten to mention your name, okay, go write it down at the bottom and say, what about me? What about me? Why don't you see all the messages? I see all the messages. Why don't you guys see all the messages? Was Lucy making a joke when she said Saint Apollonia? Maybe she said that. Yeah, we're here. We are giving the support we need. We're pretty damn good. We are really good. Today's Tuesday. We're good. Okay. Anything else? Why 2 streams tonight? Because people complain. They complain that well, what about doing a late stream? What about doing a stream when headliners used to be on? I miss you. So I did it. And also, it gives me something to do. I did something today. You know what I did today? I brought 2 bags over to the charity shop. I brought 2 or 3 bags downstairs. And I threw away some stuff too. It's not a joke. Okay. I didn't know. Joe, thank you for tonight too. I thank you. And I thank Lucy. And I thank all of you. You can change the settings, either see the top messages or all messages. Maybe everybody needs to do that. They need to go to the YouTube page and it'll say top. Why is my top chat on? I don't know why it's on. It's always going off. It shouldn't be going off. It should be staying there. But this is the way it is. Everybody, I'm going to say goodbye. In 2 minutes, I'm going to end the stream. So you got 2 minutes to talk to each other and then go over to Discord. And we'll see you tomorrow at 5. We'll see you tomorrow at 5. There were 2 tonight. Oh, Well, one of them is only like a minute long. I'm going to have to delete that one and change the picture, basically. But that's true because my phone came off, and once it comes off, it changes the setting back to the default thing. So there you go. Yeah, it all went shiz. But people stayed. You stayed, and we got more people, and that's great. Is it 15 minutes long? Well, I'm going to have to delete it. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete it right now. Okay, Nitol. Could use a Nitol. Everybody, I love you. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Anybody want to say goodbye to me? I'm saying goodbye, Lewis. I love you, Lewis.